Alright, what's up everybody? I've been here for a couple of minutes, but this song is a vibe, dude. I had to, I had to chill out for a second and listen to it. Alright. Oh. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cough today, so if you hear me stop talking for a second, that's why. Anyway, today, plan is some more, Fighting Fantasy. Um, which we will get into in a few minutes. Just double checking, making sure everything is good to go before I switch over. Gotta turn that down, holy. Alright. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream again. Oh god. Whatever. It's, my lip sync's out of whack already, but I'm just not gonna worry about it. Anyway, yeah, today's plan is maybe to finish Sea of Blood, the Fighting Fantasy book that we're currently playing. If not, we're gonna play it for a while. But I feel like we're getting pretty close, because, we played through a lot last time. We died twice, but we're at 31 out of 50 days, and 50 days is our cutoff, so... But we'll get into that in a few minutes. Sorry I didn't stream yesterday. I don't know how many people are looking forward to my streams at this point, but either way, I was feeling really out of it yesterday. I didn't feel like I was going to be all that entertaining, so I decided to just skip yesterday and try to come today and tomorrow with maybe a little bit longer, or at least a little bit more entertaining streams. Sorry, I keep getting distracted here. Anyway, yeah, besides that, there was a couple admin things. I have a new main overlay that I'm trying out, which you'll see in just a bit. It's a lot cleaner. It's full screen now instead of kind of being boxed down a little bit, so there's not all that stuff on the edges. So hopefully there won't be as much covering the screen. I do have my hand cam and the now playing, which will cover the screen a bit, as well as the chats. This is full screen. You'll see. But hopefully it'll look a little cleaner and be a little easier to parse. It is losing a bit of like the theming that I had going, the kind of like vaporwave-ish kind of theming, like the stuff behind me, the grids and all that kind of stuff. But it is much cleaner, so I'm happy about that. I'm not super, like, I like my theming, but I'm not super, like, set on it yet. It's definitely something that's going to change over time. It's just something I found pretty easy to throw together that looked good and I liked, so, yeah. Anyway, what else? Sorry, I'm turning the music back down a little bit. Yeah, so if you were here last time, the last stream, we, played, Sea of Blood, which is the 16th book in the Fighting Fantasy series, and our third one we played overall. This one is about pirates. We are captain of the Banshee, and one of two pirates that are in line, I guess, to be the king of pirates, and we have to earn it via this bet. So we're trying to get from the pirate haven that we were in, Tak, down to the island of Nippur in 50 days and with as much gold as possible. 50 days is our time limit, and whoever has the most gold wins. Right now, we are at day 31, and let me look at my map. We're pretty good. We're down, but we have like a strait we gotta go through, which is gonna be interesting. But yeah, we had just arrived at the city of Kish. Let me before I go into that, I want to actually show you the map, but I want to flip over to Fighting Fantasy first in my title and everything. So, alrighty. Actually, let me change that. There we go. No, I've said it before, but it takes me a minute to flip everything over because I'm dual streaming. I still need to find a better like dual stream setup where it'll just update my titles in both at the same time and things like that would be very useful. But so Fighting Fantasy. Okay, we should be all updated now. So from there, let me show you, or let me double check and make sure everything's set up right. Yeah, looks like it. So let me switch over to the new layout. So this is the new layout, the new overlay. Chats are still in the same place, but they don't have a border anymore. So hopefully it'll be a little easier to see stuff on that side. If it gets too, if we end up having a lot of chat and it covers up a lot of stuff, we'll see what I can do about that. But it doesn't matter for now. But you can see, yeah, the now playing over there, and then hand cam here. I think it all overall is a lot cleaner, and a lot better for this specific kind of stream with having both of these. Anyway, back to the pirate stuff. So, like I said, we came from Tak, which you can see if you look over on the map section at the top of the thing here. Tak. So we started there, ended up coming over to Lagash. We could go either way. Came and fought some monks on this island of Enraki. I think. Is that where we fought the battle monks? I think was Enraki. And then we came over here. It might. No. There was. That's right. This was the battle monks in Iraqi, and then we came over here to pick up some more crew members, and ended up finding this treasure that was further up the river here. So it cost us a few more days, but we got like a decent amount of gold for it. Came down to Kirkuk, which is poor and nothing really there, so we just skipped that and decided to come down to Kish, which is a rich like merchant area, but they had a bunch of warships, so we got like sidetracked over to like a different area, and had to go up like some cliffs or something at the Kith Isthmus. So that's where we are now. We're right here at 263. If you're wondering how the character sheet looks, I could really clean it up, but it looks like a mess right now, but I'll show you the important information here. Need my eraser. I'm gonna actually get rid of all of this stuff, but this was one of the warships we fought. This was the priest that we fought. And then there's two different kinds. If you've only seen the first two, so if you saw the first two books, you'd know about the skill, stamina, and luck. Skill is how good I am at fighting one-on-one. Stamina is basically my health. And luck I use for lucky stuff and goes down over time. Anyway, just the basics. But there's also a secondary, basically, skill and stamina stat, which is my crew strike and strength, which is basically my crew's skill and crew's stamina. But you fight those when you fight on ships or in larger scale battles. I'm going to get rid of all of these right now, because these are just battles we previously fought. And we're going to be fighting more, so I'm going to need more space. I think even a couple of them are post where I am right now when I died. So I backed up a little bit, not too far, but we ended up fighting two monsters at the end of. Oop, whoops. Why am I purple right now? What the heck? I guess this one, and then where was I? Right in there somewhere. Oh, you can't even see that on the screen. Sorry, my my pen was a different color. It was like fuchsia or something. Okay, so as I was explaining, skill is basically what my strength is, or skill in fighting one-on-one. That is 12 right now. It's the max you can get. My max stamina was 19. I'm currently down to 7. Which is not good. That's how I lost last time. I ended up getting killed. Okay. I just didn't like have that 7. And then my luck started at 11. I forgot what I did, but I ended up doing something dumb, and it just took 2 of my luck for no reason. It was like -2 luck. And then I pressed my luck at one point, and anytime you press your luck in game, it reduces it by 1. That's 8 is still okay. Could be a lot better. This is all fine. These are the. Oh, I need to erase those 2 because we're actually out of large scale slots here. Okay, nice and clean for us to use. All right. This is my map, which we talked about. So this is kind of the pathway we took so far. It looks so small on there. Hopefully you can still read it. I made this map huge. It's like 6,000 by 9,000 resolution. I did that so that I could zoom in and still have like clarity if I wanted to like write something. Because a lot of other maps have been keeping a lot more detailed stuff. But because this is so kind of detailed in itself, and all I have to do is kind of draw a line, I ended up not needing it to be that big, so sorry if it's a little hard to read my text, but I don't want to change the resolution of my pin because it'll change it for all of the different documents, and it'll end up being enormous on these other 2. This is my log. This is just some notes I had. Oh yeah, this is when I was in the temple and like went up this weird pipe. I was just making a diagram of that. But this is a log. We have a maximum of 50 days. And this is where we yeah, anytime I add it on here, I just mark it out and just add it. So this is kind of my log of how many days it's taking me to do stuff. This is how many gold we have right now. We're up to 140. Additional booty, we have 15 captives that we can sell at one of the markets if we need to. And this is the death count. It's in Roman numerals, so it's only 2, not 11. Anyway, I think that's enough setup for now. I think that everything makes sense from here. We're starting at number 263. So, like I said, we came down here, tried to go into Kish, and they were like, nah, there's a bunch of like, really heavily armed war galleys. Do you want to go to, essentially, yeah. It was like, do you want to go to the isthmus, the Kish isthmus, and try to, like, sneak in or whatever? And I was like, yeah. So, and now I have a choice. So let me read off this first one here for you. You reach the top of the cliffs and look across the wide tablelands of the Kish Isthmus, dotted with fields, settlements, and forests. A few miles away is a small town. Will you approach this via the cover of a nearby forest, turn to 353, or by stealthily marching through the wide cornfields that lie between the cliffs and the town? So, last time I went through the... Oh, excuse me. Sorry, last time I went through the forest, so I went to 353, and we had to fight 2 monsters. We had to fight, what was it called? A bark grabber or something like that? I don't know, this weird, like, eyeballed, tentacly tree monster. And and then we had to fight a Sith orb, I think, or something like that, and we ended up dying. So I came back. I'm still, like I said, I'm still not in a good place. I only have 9 out of 19, or I only have 7 out of 19 stamina. My crew's looking okay, but I could do a stealthy march via the cornfields. I just don't know how much stealth cornfields is helping me with. You know what I mean? Like, but for variety's sake from last time, let's try going. I do like that it says wide cornfields that lie between the cliffs and the towns, which makes me feel like the cornfields mostly stretch basically from where I am to the town, which makes me feel like I could be pretty stealthy in there. It depends on how stealthy I can get in a cornfield. Like, I know corn is tall. I kind of talked about this last time. I know corn is tall, but it's pretty easy to see movement in. Like, it's also planted in rows that are, like, you have to squeeze through, essentially. Anyway, I guess I'll do that just for variety's sake. Hopefully I don't die immediately, but we'll see. So, 328. Oh, I thought it said something about a pack of wolves, and I was like, what? In the cornfield? Sorry. Flitting like dark pack wolves through the high golden ears of corn, you advance toward the Kashian town. Test your luck. If you're lucky, turn to 47. If you're unlucky, turn to 186. If you're not familiar with Test Your Luck is, you can see my luck score. I have to roll 2 dice and get under that score. Right now it is 8. So I have to roll 2 dice and get under 8. And we'll do that on the hand cam over here, obviously. So, first one was a 5. I have to get 3 or less, I think. Let's see how they do it this time. It doesn't say, so it should work the same. You have to meet or get under it. If you don't, you're unlucky. If you do, you're lucky. But either way, anytime you test your luck, I mentioned this before, we reduce our luck score. So we're going to go down to 7 luck, which is like dead on average between 2 dice. So hopefully we can gain some more luck at some point, but we'll see. On this, I've got to get 1, 2, or 3. 4, 5, or 6. We're unlucky. So hopefully we do well. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not a good start. Hopefully you can see that okay. I think the glare is... I have a ring light like around my camera, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's the best place for it, because dead on to the die does make it kind of glare. Let me try something. I turn down the light a little bit. Hopefully you can you see that okay? This die looks like it's a little hard to read, but it is a lot smaller for me on my preview. Anyway, that's a 10. That's fail, but we also have to, like I said, reduce this down to 7. It's a terrible looking 7. There we go. A little better. We're unlucky, so we go to 186. Some keen-eyed occupant of the town must have spotted you and your crew as you entered the cornfields. When you reach the edge of town, you find several hundred armed militiamen preparing to defend their property. As you all emerge from the cover of the corn, the Kishians charge. So they have a strike of 8 and a strength of 10. Honestly, that doesn't seem that bad. Strike of 8, strength of 10. And that's the Kishian militia. How do you spell militia? Oh, yeah, the T always goes in order. Militia. Okay. So, the way that this works out is we use our crew strike and crew strength versus their strike and strength rather than my own skill and stamina. Which is fine. Because... honestly, we're in a good spot here for this. So, enemy always goes first. So, 8 plus whatever I roll here. Ooh, that's an 11. So they got a 19. So I got to roll an 8 plus to not get damaged here. That's not good. What's happening? I think I'm gonna just start this stream over. What the hell? Alright. So that reduces my crew strength by 2. Which is okay. Alright, they get a 7. So they're at 15. I got a 6, so I'm at 17, so that reduces them by 2 this time. Alright, their turn again. That's 8 plus 8 for 16. And I got an 8 for 19. Cool. They get a 5 for 13. I got a 6 for 17. Okay. Cool, cool. This is much, much better. I would have preferred not to get hit at all, but, oh, I need to put my initial score here. My initial score was 14. My initial crew score that I started out was 14. The reason I had to put that there is because I can never go above my initial. Anyway. Back to them. They rolled a 9 for a 17. They rolled a 6 for also a 17, which means we miss each other. So neither of us do any damage. Alright. They rolled another 11. That's not great, so I have to roll an 8 plus not to get hit. That's not it. That's a 5. Alright. So 7. Alright. They rolled a 7 for 15. And I rolled a 9 for an 18. What, a 20, I mean? That's not how math works. Quick math, quick math. Okay, that's good for me. They rolled 2, so they got a 10, which means I cannot lose this. And they're on their last health, so. But I'm gonna roll anyway, just because I like to make sure I roll. Okay. Goodbye, goodbye. So, if I win, go to 128. Having defeated your attackers... excuse me? Why don't I get a choice in this? Having defeated your attackers, you decide to scurry back to the Banshee just in case the country's general alarm has been sounded through the countryside. Turn to 113. God damn it, I lost... I didn't gain anything, and... I hate this. Okay. Alright, what is it? 113? Returning to the Banshee, you set sail to the east to take the channel of Goth into the southern sea. Okay, so I come... I don't know why I did it this way, but that's fine. So I came this way. I assume through here. And then down through this channel into the southern sea. And enter the ocean via the... Wait. Oh, it's giving me an option. Sorry. Will you... okay, will you set sail east to take the channel of Goth into the southern sea, or enter the ocean via the rock? Turn to 27. So the rock is this. Right here, right? So I can either go into the southern sea this way, or pass via the Isle of Volcanoes and then go to the southern sea that way. I feel like I have not gotten enough gold. 140 gold does not seem like that much. I do have some captives, which is, I guess, useful. Jeez. I don't actually know which way to go. I kind of want to go volcano route. Or, like, sorry, I kind of want to go through the Channel of Goth so I can go by the Isle of Volcanoes. Maybe there's something I can, like, stop and do. But going this far this way is going to cost me money. Or cost me time. It's gonna cost me at least like 5 days or something to go this way. And then, okay, let's say that that's 5 to 6 days. Let's say 6, just assuming I roll badly. So 6 days here. It's gonna get me on 30. What, 37? And then say 6 days to this next place. It's gonna get me what, to 43? 49? Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna take the rock because I don't think I can afford the time to go through the Channel of Goth. Especially if I go through the channel, do whatever's here, do whatever's there. Like, the traveling here is going to be the problem. Where if I come here, this might be only a couple of days to come through the rock. And then if I keep traveling down, the next place to stop maybe is down here. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't have that many days left. I'm at 31. It looks like I'm pretty far in, I guess, but I don't know. What's up, screen? How's it going? So yeah, we're gonna take the rock route. So we're gonna go this way. Turn to 27. All right, let's see what kind of bricked up stuff I'm gonna get into now. Add 2 days to your log. See, okay, so that's a lot better. It would have been like 6 or something otherwise. So we're up to 33 days. The rock is an island formed by a single enormous mountain jutting out of the ocean. Its peak is almost continually shrouded in cloud, while the lower slopes are covered in dense forests. It's named after a species of gigantic bird which sometimes uses the higher slopes for nesting. Test your luck. Frick. Alright, we gotta test our luck with a big old 7. Alright, let's try this. And we're going down to 6 luck. This is not good. I hate this, dude. Alright. That's not good. That's not gonna do. What? Unless I roll a 1, I have a 1 in 6 chance to win. I'm just gonna roll it because it doesn't matter. Whoa! I did it! Alright. I really didn't expect that. Hell yeah. Okay. Cool. I hate that we're down to 6 luck now, but if you're lucky, go to 67. 67. Sorry, 1 second. If you're lucky, turn to 67. 67 is a fight. What are you talking about? Why is that lucky? Would I have to fight like a pack of them maybe otherwise? While you're sailing past the island, the ship suddenly falls into a very dark and sharply defined patch of shade. Looking up, you see an enormous bird. Somewhat like a buzzard, only several hundred times bigger. It circles above the Banshee a couple of times, then descends into a steep dive. Your crew take up weapons to defend themselves. Oh, it's only got a strength of 4. That's actually not bad. But it does have a strike of 10, which is also not great. But it's not as bad as, or it's not as good as mine. All right, let's go. They roll first, so they got a total of 15. 5 plus 10. And I got 6 for a total of 17. Sorry. Alrighty. Good start. We just gotta hit them one more time. One more time. Come on, let's do it. They got a 9 for a total of 19. So I gotta get an 8 plus to not get hit. That's a 9. That's the plus that I needed, which means I hit him. Maybe that's the luck. Maybe it was an injured rock. Can you imagine like getting like dive bombed in a by a ship-sized bird, and then just immediately like you hit it once and it just dies, and you're just like, well, that was something, I guess. Anyway, if your crew defeated, turn into 117. Oops, sorry. Can't tell, but I accidentally moved credit around. 117. That's true. It probably was starving. It was trying to attack a boat. The bird the bird crashes into the ocean and sinks from sight. Will you land on the island, turn to 49, or continue on your way through the straits and into the southern sea? Dude, I don't have enough time to stop on the rock. And plus, you just told me it's just covered in dense forests and then a ton of these birds that live on the mountain. I don't want to fight giant fuck off vultures, dude. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to continue into the southern sea, and we're just going to go to 15. Oops. Let's hold my pin upside down. Alright. Once in the southern sea, will you travel to Shurupak, which is over here, to sell any slaves you may have and to recruit more crew? That's a good idea. Head into the Great Kish Delta and travel upstream to Dead City, or sail through the center of the southern sea, aiming for an port. We're gonna go try to sell off our captives and get more crew for the final battle. So 301. That's gonna take time, and my luck is out now. So what did I say? 301. Hopefully it's 301. Yeah. Shurupak is a large, fair city. I don't know that it is fair if we're selling people over there. Shurupak is a large, fair city with sympathetic views toward the inland sea's pirates, who therefore only attack Shurupak's main rivals. Roll 3 dice. If it is less than your crew strength, add 5 days to your log. If it's greater or equal to your crew strength, add 6 days to your log. And then I get a choice of what I want to do when I get there. Okay, so my crew strength right now is 7, so I gotta roll less than a 7 on 2 die. Let's see. 3, that's a good start. That's a 7. That is the same as, so we gotta add 6 days to our log, unfortunately. So that goes up to 39, but we still have 11 days. It's okay. It could be worse. And do I want to sell or hire crew first? I want to sell because I have a ton and I want to convert that into gold. I could probably limp my way there with the 7 if I don't get the chance to do the crew afterwards for some reason. I could probably limp my way there with just 7 crew strength. Where if I get there with captives and it doesn't count as gold, I'll just lose because I don't have enough gold right now. So, that's 349. Taking a few crewmen and all of your captives, you head for the market. The scene is hectic. A recent battle between Shurupak and Marad has resulted in hundreds of Maradian prisoners being taken, and most of them have been brought here to be sold as slaves. As a consequence, competition is very high and prices are low. Will you entrust the business of selling your slaves to an agent, or conduct the transactions yourself? It's a good question. I don't know what stat it's going to ask me to use for selling it myself. Skill is supposedly my skill in fighting, so I don't know if it's going to be like, hey, do you want to conduct it, like, use your skill to conduct these transactions in some way, or if it's going to be like test your luck, because those are far different. Test your luck is going to be awful because I'm less than average now, so I'm looking at like I don't know what the actual percentage is, but it's like at most like a 45% chance, 40, I don't know, maybe even lower. Where the skill is very good, because if we're just going skill v skill, as like kind of a bespoke competition thing, skill v skill, I could pretty much smoke anybody because I have the max amount of skill that you can have. Um, I mean, the dice will always make it like give it that chance, but still, it's very, very. You would think I gotta have like an abacus or something. I'm a pirate. Where's my freaking what are they called? I'm supposed to have somebody that takes care of this sort of thing. The what are they called? What are they called? I don't know. I can't remember what they called. The not the boatsman. The I don't know. Anyway. Uh, I just had to look at the song because for like half a second I thought the Pillarman theme song was playing. Weirdly, the song is called Pillar of Salt, but anyway, uh, I think I'm gonna do the transaction myself. I'm not trusting the low prices. Nah, no. 269. Taking an empty space of the bazaar, you parade your captives before the prospective buyers who are casually strolling around. Inspecting the various traders' wear, roll one die. If the result is 1 or 2, turn to 94. If the result is 3 or 4, turn to 72. And if the result is 5 or 6, turn to 59. I don't like this. Okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't know what. 3 or 4 seems good, right? Like, it's not the best result or the worst result, because 1 or 2 could be the best or the worst, depending on how they want to, like, set the scale. Same with 5 or 6, it could be the best or the worst. 3 or 4, I'm not getting either of those choices, probably. So, I think that's okay. Trade is brisk, if uninspiring. After a day's work in which you manage to sell every one of your captives, you find that you receive on average 10 gold pieces for each. Multiply the number of slaves that you had by 10, add the number to your bounty of gold pieces, turn to 279. Here's the question. It did not tell me to add 1 day to my log, but it did say after a day's work. Do I add a day to my log? Firstly, we're good here. We can get rid of those and those. I had 150, so that's gonna be 290 gold. Cool. That's way better. But I go up to 40 days if I add a day. It says after a day's work, but everywhere else it said add blank to your log. But why would it say after a whole? I'm not gonna add it. It didn't tell me to add anything. I'm not gonna add it. Turn to 279. Watch it just be like when I turn to 279. Add 1 day to your thing. Okay, 279. If you haven't already, you could try to hire more crew. Otherwise, you return to the Banshee and leave Shurupak. Yeah, I could try to. Oh, you think they're gonna be cheap? Maybe they could be cheap. Like they were 10 gold each last time to buy crew. But because of like the flavor of what's going on in this city right now, maybe they'll actually be like cheaper to buy here, which would be good. 371. Will you seek out replacements for the crew you have lost in the docks, in the marketplace, or in the slums and poorer areas of the city? Okay. You think it's just gonna be price is gonna be what it's gonna be asked before? Because the marketplace, I think, is where I'm gonna buy it and find the cheapest labor. I'm gonna be honest, because of what it just said, right? I don't know why I couldn't turn my captives into crew, but I can buy captives to turn into crew. I don't know. But it was saying that there's like a huge market right now for captives, right? Uh, and that everything's super cheap. So at the market right now, so I think I'm gonna go marketplace. So we're gonna go 253. Docks is also a good choice because that's gonna have probably experienced sailors, but that kind of thing doesn't matter right now unless it added to my crew strike, which would be cool. Uh, Slums and poorer areas, I'm guessing is going to be also cheap, but I think I'm going to get attacked if I go there, and then I'll be able to, like, do it or whatever. Because I can kind of feel how these games are in. 253. The marketplace certainly draws all types, so you should have no difficulty in finding some men to hire. Test your luck. If you're lucky, turn to 62. If you're unlucky, turn to 28. All right, so we got to get under 6 on 2 dice. Let's try. Let's go one at a time. First one, 3. So we needed a 1 or a 2 on this. If we get a 3, we technically, or we need a 1, 2, or 3, because if we meet it, it still counts as lucky. Oh baby! Oh baby! I hate that we're at 5 now. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, 62. Too far. Who is this dude? Anyway. What'd I say? What number? Oh, 62. Most of the cheap men have already been hired by various Surupak nobles to use on their war galleys in the conflict with Murad. By a stroke of good fortune, however, you find a pirate crew who have been recently deprived of their ship through having to repay a gambling debt. Many of them are willing to be hired by you. For each point of crew strength you wish to recover, you will have to spend 10 gold pieces. When you have completed your recruiting, turn to 180. Bro, you guys don't even have a ship. You still, like, can't you give me, like, half price or something? Damn. Okay, fine. Go down to 250. And I'll buy 4 crew. And go back up to 19. Or, did I say 19? Sorry, 11. Okay. When you've completed your recruited, turn to 180. 180. If you haven't already, you can sell your slaves, blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, return to the Benchy. Okay. Oh, you already told me I returned. Anyway. 230. Hoisting anchor, or sorry, hoisting sail and weighing anchor. Is that a hoisting sail and okay, whatever. You head out of Surupak's port and into the southern sea. Will you sail along the coast and then to the Three Sisters, or head for the open sea and speed towards Nippur? We got 11 days to. So, our choices are just do this, right? And go finish. Or we try one more. My thoughts are always try one more, but at the same time, I'm in a good position stats-wise, except for test your luck. Oh, excuse me, one second. Yeah, as I was saying, we're in a good position, like, stat-wise right now. Stamina is okay if I have to fight the captain. Skill is always good. But I just got more crew strength. We're doing good here. If I go down here, it's possible I get into another big battle, lose more crew, maybe more of my own stamina, and then when I ultimately, which what I assume is going to be a fight with a fight with the captain and their ship, I assume, because look, the other dude's a pirate. He's not gonna just be down with me being the king of the pirates. Like, that's not how that's gonna go down. So I'm tempted to just cheese it to Nippur. I know I have 11 days left, and is 250 gold gonna be enough, though? That was a lot of captives to sell. I did spend, like, 80-ish gold, I think, on, yeah. I think I spent 80 gold on renewing crew over the long term. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. We're going to Nippur. 378. I know that's not 378 yet, but I want to make sure I draw on the map here what we're doing. Okay, 378. You sail out into the southern sea, heading south south of Surpak towards Nippur. Add 2 days to your log. Okay, I can do that. The further you go south, the rougher the sea gets and the more unpredictable the weather. One evening, when a supernatural and freezing fog has cut visibility down to mere yards, you see a glowing mountain of ice floating in the sea. The Banshee is under full sail, heading straight towards the white monolith. Test your luck. If you're lucky, go to 166. If you're unlucky, go to 193. Great, I'm so happy about this. I love testing my luck. Well, let's get it started. I bet I roll a 6 on the first die and we're just screwed. That's 3. We can get a 1 or 2, baby. 1 or 2. Dude, it hovered between 2 and 3 for so long. For so long. Alright. I'm gonna make a little note down here. Get rid of this. I don't need this note. I don't even know what that is anymore. We're coming back to 378. Luck equals 6. We're coming back to 378 with our current luck if we die. That's where we're coming back to, because I assume I'm just gonna fucking die here. 193. Obviously, we'll add, if we do die, we'll add it to the counter. We have a counter for that reason. It's too late to... God damn. It's too late to avert tragedy. The Banshee plows into the ice mountain, snapping its mast and ripping its hull open. Taking in massive amounts of water, your unfortunate vessel sinks beneath the wave with the loss of all hands. Your adventure is over. Who saw that shit coming, huh? Alright, we're just gonna keep rolling luck. And we keep rolling luck and adding deaths until we get lucky here, I guess. Alright. One more time. That's a 6. That's a death without the other one. And that's an 11. Alright, cool. So, that's a death count 4. Let's try again. That's a 1! That's a 1! We could get a 4. We could get... Oh, anything besides a 6, we're good. Alright, that's another one. Another death on the board. There we go. Let's try that one more time. That's a 1! Anything but a 6, baby! Woo! We finally did it. Holy shit. Alright, cool. 166. You swing the wheel, turning the Banshee just enough to miss the fatal collision. As you cruise past... Sorry. As you cruise past the ice mountain, the fog lifts momentarily, allowing you to see a large galley, which is resting on the ice several hundred yards in front of the waterline. Wait, what? See a large galley which is resting on the ice several hundred yards in from the waterline. Okay, so all the ice that's frozen around it, there's a galley in just the frozen ocean part. Okay, I got you. Will you heave to and approach this ice mountain in the ship's boat, or steer away from the monolith and continue on your journey south? Will you heave to? So it's basically saying, do I want to? Will you heave to and approach the ice mountain in the ship's boat? I like the term "the ship's boat." I know what it means. It means like a little, like a smaller, like a rowboat. But anyway, well, if there's a large galley there, we assume that the crew is dead, which we don't know that for sure, obviously. But if we assume the crew's dead, then there might be gold there just for the taking, which could bump me up a little bit more before I get to the end. But I also could die again. I just died 4 times. What do I care? Alright. Hell yeah, let's get on to the boat. 221 was that? Yeah, 221. Sorry for scrolling by this so fast. It makes anybody motion sick. I don't know how to do it any better when there's so many choices, though, you know? You paddle to the icy shore and disembark. The galley lies about 200 yards away in the center of a deep valley of ice. Will you approach it by walking up the middle of the valley, or by walking as close to one of the steep sides as possible? Okay, let's draw this out, right? So if there's a valley of ice, right, it's like this, assumedly, right? I mean, that's how I kind of picture a valley. And then there's the boat in the middle, right? Where wrote the sail? So here's the boat, right? And then the valley. So the ice is going to be thinnest in the middle, because that's obviously where the boat is, like, probably pressed through into the water. So it's going to be the thinnest here. If I go up to the steep sides, I might have to lean, but at least I'm not going to break through and fall into the water. I mean, I could kind of slide down, I guess, but again, at least I have some chance to, like, break myself before I hit the thin patch and fall into the ice-cold water and fucking die. So my thought is walk as close to the steep sides as possible. And it says as possible, so hopefully I'm not being an idiot and trying to walk up a solid ice wall. So 288. Hey! Reaching the stranded vessel, you climb up onto its deck and come face to face with a large, shaggy, white beast that is busy feeding on one of the galley's dead crew. It growls at you and bares its fangs. You try to edge away, but the beast decides to attack, swinging huge claw-studded paws at your midriff. Draw your sword and defend yourself. Alright. Let's go, you big bitch. Yeti. I don't care that this is Ice Beast. That's a Yeti. Okay. It goes first. Roll 2 die. It got a 4. For a total of 13. I got a 8 for a total of 20. Alright, it goes again for a 4 for a total of 13. I got a 9 this time for a total of 21. This is why I don't care. That's an endangered species. It attacked me. It's legal to defend yourself from endangered species if they attack you, I think. That probably depends on where you live. We're in international waters. That's not illegal. Also, I'm a pirate. Shut up. Okay, it got an 11 this time for a total of 20. So we'll see if it actually hits me. Ooh, it definitely did not. I got a total of 24. Got max. Alright. Down to 4. It got a 3, so it cannot hurt me. There you go. That's my roll. I might not, like, in a court of law, that argument might not be so sound if I just beat this thing's ass and have no, like, scratches or anything from from it fighting me. If I just kicked its ass, they'd be like, I don't think it attacked you, dude. There's a 4 for a total of 13. It can't hurt me again. Alright, perfect. Sorry. Okay. Maybe I could take its pelt. That'd be sick. That'd give me a lot of money. The beast is dead. You search the ship at leisure and discover masses of frozen crates, but no treasure other than a flame-red jewel set in a gold ring. The ring is inscribed on one side with a riddle. Where in Albion would you find that which lies between above and below? And on the other side is what you presume the answer. At the end, next to yourself. Odd. As you find nothing else, you return to the Banshee. Turn to 217. Hey, I can at least take some food or something for the crew, right? Damn. Alright. I mean, honestly, that sounds pretty sick. Weird. Ruby. Ring. Alright. 217. Pulling away from the icy monolith, you continue south. You will have to take on some precarious fresh water to be able... Sorry. You will have to take on some provisions and fresh water to be able to reach Nippur. I got so confused by what I just read for a second. I was like, I have to go... Where's it turn into fresh water? Anyway. Also, there were a bunch of frozen crates of food and water on that ship I just left. I told you I should have taken some shit for the crew. Anyway, you can get these by either landing at Kazayu? Or Kazalu? Kazalu, I assume. I assume this is not Spanish, so it's not a double L in that way. Kazalu is what I'll go with. Or the Three Sisters. So I'm somewhere in here. Alright. Somewhere in here, I gotta either go to this guy or the Three Sisters. Honestly, let me tell you my thought process here. Three Sisters, I don't like the name. I realize that the name is because there are 3 sister islands here, but this is a fantasy book. For all I know, there could be 3, there's like a coven of witches that each summoned their own island in the middle of the sea. And they're gonna be super offended if I land there. I don't like this. I don't like this. Something in my mind is like, don't go there. So I'm gonna go to Kazula with 3 L's apparently for some reason. I think that's just in the map. I think it's a mistext in the map. So we're gonna go to 108. Oh lord, that's a lot to read. Give me just a second. I need a drink first. The Banshee crashes through heavy seas to reach the island. Roll 3 dice. If the result is less than your crew strength, add 4 days. If it's greater than, add 5 days. The weather clears markedly as you. Sorry, let me do that first. My crew strength right now is 11, so I just have to roll under 11 on these 2 die. 3 dice. 3 dice, right? Yeah. 6, 7, 10. Cool. So we only had 4 days. That's another reason we had to up our crew strength. So we're at 40. Whew! That's actually great, because if I would have been at 46 and it took me 5 days to get to the next island, that would have been very bad. So 45. I think we're good. I think we made a good call earlier, not going to the Three Sisters. Although we ended up going out into the ocean, and that took longer in the long run. So never mind. The weather clears markedly as you near Kazuya is what I think I decided on. Becoming almost pleasant. When you reach the island, you disembark with your crew to look for food and water to replenish your diminishing supplies. Splitting your crew into search parties, you wait on the beach, planning the next and final leg of your journey. After a couple of hours, one of your crew returns to tell you that they have found a farm a short distance away. You go to the farmhouse and meet the owner, a strikingly beautiful young woman who runs the entire place by herself. Her only company being many and varied exotic birds and the usual farm animals. When you arrive, she is busy feeding your crew with soup and bread. I'm so pleased to meet you, she says breathlessly. Can I offer you something to eat? Will you accept her offer and join your crew, turn to 26, or decline and take what you need back to the Banshee? Alright, thought process on this one. This lady has a bunch of parrots and shit. And she just was like, cool, let's feed these dudes that just showed up on the island and are extremely obviously pirates. We have made no reservation about that this entire time. I assume half my crew has peg legs and eye patches and hooks and stuff. Like, this is classic pirates. In this picture, there's a parrot sitting a foot above her shoulder. This woman's a pirate. Have I ever met Abdul the Butcher? Is this lady Abdul the Butcher? I assume I've met him and he's not, but this lady is probably a pirate captain of some sort and wants to... That's my thought. That's my thought as a pirate captain. Is that I do not trust her, and I think she's trying to poison me. So I'm gonna take the food and bail. We're going back to 39. She might try to fight me, but whatever. She keeps insisting that you should eat, but just as you bow to her pressure and take a bowl of soup, your crew, all at once, slump unconscious to the table. What's even more alarming is the transformation they start to undergo. Turning into sheep, goats, and pigs. Dropping your bowl, you rush to shake the first mate awake. Oink is the only response he can muster. The witch has fled into the house, probably fearful that you're still in human form. Pursuing her, you find yourself in a small lobby which leads into a large feasting hall whose central fire pit is blazing. A small side door also leads from the lobby. The witch is not in sight. I mean, you're right. But yes, he does sound like an absolute behemoth of a man. But what would be more unexpected is to find a tiny lady called Abdul the Butcher, the pirate queen. Uh, anyway, side door which leads from the lobby. The witch is not in sight. Will you go into the hall or take the side door? Central fire pit is blazing. Or a side door which leads from the lobby. I wonder what would happen if I did actually eat it. Would I have just lost immediately? Like I got turned into a pig or something? Um, my thought is the side door, but I don't know why, so I can't really articulate to you why I'm deciding the side door. It's just what what's drawing my attention. 227. Opening the door, you step into a small room occupied by a single basilisk. The hideous little creature, which has its back to you when you enter, turns around slowly. Test your luck. If you're lucky, turn to this. If you're unlucky, turn to that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Was what a Greek myth reference? I said about 1,000 words, so I don't know. I don't remember which part. Remind me, and I'll tell you. Okay, that's not good. I have a luck of 5, so I have to roll 2 dice and get 5 or less. Let's do it. That's not gonna help. That's not gonna help at all. I don't even know if you can see that. Can you see that? I gotta figure out where that glare. It's like this part of the light is glaring. Just this part. The rest of it's actually useful. Anyway, that's a 4. Oh, getting turned into a pig. Okay. That's not it. Okay, so we're unlucky. Hooray, we're gonna get turned into stone by this fucking basilisk. 240, 247. That's Abdul the Butcher for sure. Right? This guy's gotta be Abdul the Butcher. Oh my god. Anyway. I got so distracted. 247. You look the basilisk full in the eyes. Its pupils harden into slits and transform you into stone. Your adventure is over. Abdul definitely drinks raw eggs. For sure. Let's add another one to the death counter, boys. Alright. Let's see how many times I have to roll to get under 5 here. Huh? That's not under 5. That's another death counter. Alright. Sick. This is gonna go so well. Oh, that's a 1. That's a 1. We can get anything 4 and less. We'll be fine. Guess what that's not? That's a 3. Anything 2 or less, and we'll be fine. God damn it. Because pressure luck is bullshit, okay? I can't even fit a 4th. Okay. That's a 4. That's gonna make it hard. I gotta get a 1. That's not it. Alright, we're up to 10 deaths, baby! I've died 5 times with this basilisk. That'll be 11. 1, please. Not a 1. Alright, cool. I'm just gonna start keeping count on my other hands so I can do this faster. And then I'll just write them all down. That's another death. That's a 7. Hey! I only have to write 1 more. That's pretty good. And then we have to reduce it down to 4 now. Just give me the eraser. Max is 11. We're currently on 4. Hooray. Ugh. I just looked at my preview and I realized I do not like the colors that I have set up for the chat. I gotta fix that. Also, I think the font might be too big. Anyway, that's stuff you guys don't need to worry about. Anyway, where was I? Ah, shit. I didn't write down what number. It wasn't far though. It was just like right up here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So we're lucky this time. 278. 278. I bet I have to fight this basilisk. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, cool. The realization that is the basilisk... Oh, okay. The realization that it is the basilisk and that one glance from it will turn you to stone induces sufficient panic to get you out of the room to the other side of the door fast enough not to be seen. You proceed to the feast hall instead. 216. All right. When you enter the hall, the flames in the fire pit leap to the ceiling, and a groan creaks throughout the room. Wait, breathes a voice. Wait. Looking into the flames, you see a tremendous lizard-like creature armed with a short trident beckoning you closer. Its almost human eyes twinkles as it asks, "Where in Albion would you find that which lies between above and below?" If you know the answer to this, turn to 308. If you don't, go to 317. We know the answer because it's on the ring. It's... I don't know. I didn't write it down, but it's something along the lines of you or something. 308. At the end, next to yourself, you say, remembering the jewel in the ring. Yes, says the salamander, disappearing. You may pass. The flames die down. You cross the hall, leaving through the door at the other end. Turn to 339. Woo! 339. You find yourself in a large room, empty but for the witch. She is standing in the circle on the floor. She holds a dagger in one hand and a black cat in the other. Curse you, she says. Why didn't you eat your meal like the others? Now I must kill you, a task I do not relish. She tosses the cat in the air and makes a sign with the dagger. Instantly, the cat multiplies into 5, each a different color. The 5 cats float rather mysteriously in the air. The circle around you They circle around you, fainting and howling. Which animal will you strike at? Black cat, white cat, brown cat, gray cat, red cat. Sorry, I read those out of order, but... There's got to be a reason for this. Like, there's 5 choices, which if you're just choosing randomly and the other ones lead to choices which don't move you forward, just gives you a 20% chance to win this outcome, just by choosing. So there's got to be something here that's telling me which one I should strike at. I know she's holding a black cat in one hand, right? So maybe the black... But that seems too obvious that because she had the black cat, attack the black cat. But what significance does red, white, red, brown, and gray have? I'll tell you what my thought is here. Maybe the red one, because the gem in the ring is a ruby, and that had to do with the stuff before. But that was also like a fire salamander, so so maybe that's not what that means at all. Black, white, red, brown, gray. Trying to think if those colors have any significant. I think it's just colors that cats can be, right? Black, white, red, brown, gray. Pretty much. I was just about to say, you know what? I have a red cat. Let's go for the red cat. But then I realized I'm striking at it, and that seems messed up. That if I'm attacking it because it looks like my cat. God. I'm going for the white one. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that the white one... Let me read that again. You find yourself in a large room, empty but for the witch, who is standing in a circle on the floor. She holds a dagger in one hand and a black cat in the other. She tosses the cat in the air and makes a sign with the dagger. Instantly, the cat multiplies into 5, each a different color. 5 cats float rather mysteriously in the air. They circle around you, fading and howling. Yeah, I don't see any, like, choice here that is telling... Like, I don't see anything here that's telling me what to choose. So I'm gonna go 256. Hold on. I'm gonna go 256, but I don't need this anymore. Cats is 339. Okay. 256. Your scimitar cleaves straight through the white cat, but does not harm it. Turn to 322. The other cats cease their circling while you are striking at their comrade and dive at you, tearing through your flesh with long, razor-sharp claws. Deduct 4 points from your stamina. If you are still alive, which cat will you attack next? I'm a pirate. I don't care about the animals. The black one. I'm gonna attack the black one. It says subtract 4 from my stamina. Oh my god. If I do this wrong again, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna attack the black one, I guess? The red one. Maybe the red one represents the blood? I don't know. The black one, I guess. 295. Your scimitar cleaves straight through the black cat, but does not harm it. Oh, God. Alrighty. I just died again to some fucking cats. Hell yeah. Okay. On this page, I can just... There we go. Alright. Back to 339. Okay, let's go for the red one, 203. Why the red one? If that's true. I guess because of the gym? Your scimitar cleaves straight through the red cat and does it no harm. Turn to 322. God damn it! That's 3 out of 5 that I've done wrong so far. And that's got me down to 3. I kind of hope I get it wrong this time. Because if I don't... I'm left with 3 hit points where I would otherwise just add another to the counter, you know? Um, the the brown one, the gray one. Let's go gray, 95. Your scimitar cleaves into the cat and kills it. The others vanish. The witch clutches her chest and falls over dead. You step outside and find that all the farm animals and exotic birds have been turned back into human beings. Collecting your crew, you turn to the Banshee and set sail for Nippur. Turn to 7. I have 3 stamina now. I'm gonna die so many times to Abdul the Butcher. Oh my god. uh... Turn to 7. Alright. Roll 3 die. If it's less than your crew strength, my crew strength is still 11 because I didn't... Because they're not, like, cows and stuff anymore. It's 3 plus... That's 9. Ooh. Ooh. That's less than my crew strength, which is not good. Or greater than my crew strength, I mean. So 356. A storm blows you out of the south, making the going difficult. When the weather clears, you find that you are unsure of your position. You continue towards where you expect Nippur to be, but somehow manage not to find it. Hopelessly lost, you pass the target day for arrival and thus lose your bet. Your adventure is over. Son of a bitch. This one's hard. I think I got more deaths just today in the last, what, I've been playing for like an hour and a half? Than I have maybe combined in the other 2 adventures we've we've played. Okay, well I guess we'll roll again until we get under our crew capacity or whatever. 5. That's 9. 10. Okay, that'll do it. That means I don't have to add another counter. I do have to go back to 7 though and see what number I gotta go to if I win. Less than your crew strength, go to 387. Okay. I can do that. What the hell? I thought I was playing like a regular song for a second, but no, it's a Zelda remix. What the hell? Anyway, did I go to the wrong one again? Oh no, a storm blows you out of the south, making the going difficult. Your crew, however, are equal to the task of keeping the Banshee on course. When the weather clears, you see your destination, the Isle of Nippur on the horizon, where you were given, early in the adventure, 2 bags by the King of the Four Winds. Oh, were you given, earlier in this adventure, 2 bags by the King of the Four Winds? If so, turn to 299. If not, turn to 32. What? Bag of the Four Winds? I just wanted to make a terrible joke. I was about to say that's what I call my mother-in-law. But also, I don't have one, so. The Banshee sails into the only large bay that Nippur boasts. Your crew are overjoyed that the journey is over. Roll 3 dice at the... Oh, okay, so this is just adding days, but it doesn't really matter, because even if I add 5... Alright. But I gotta get under 11 on 3 dice, so... That's a 6. That's 11, so it's not happening. So add 5 days to my log. 50. Add 5 days to your log. Okay. Abdul the Butcher's Havildar is already moored in the bay. The few members of his crew left on board inform me that Abdul has gone inland to the rendezvous on the peak of Nippur's single mountain. If your log exceeds 50 days, turn to 342. If your log is equal to or less than 50 days, turn to 213. Where's my... There it is. 213. Disembarking with a few of your crew and all of your treasure, you head inland towards the central peak of Nippur. Halfway up the mountain, you come to a high wall which seems to be to completely encircle the interior of the island. You follow the wall around until you come to a break flanked by two enormous stone statues. These statues have their arms raised in the air, supporting a large beam which spans the gap between them. From the beam hang the bodies of several sailors, twisting slowly in the wind. A short, wizened creature dressed in loose black robes appears and says, "So, you've come to see the mountain. One of you will have to fight the keeper if you want to see the mountain." It cackles and adapts an expectant pose. Will you agree to fight the, quote, keeper, turn to 298, or just ignore the threat and head straight through the break in the wall? 389. We're gonna have to fight the keeper, right? But holy hell, I hope I can fight it, because, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Let's see. So, 298. Alright. Okay. Oh, God, it's a Cyclops. Alright. Step this way, says the aged creature, showing you to a trapdoor at the base of one of the statues. You must go down there. If you return, you may pass through to the mountain. You open the trapdoor and climb down into the darkness. When you reach the bottom, you see that you are in a dimly lit cavern occupied by a Cyclops. The large, one-eyed humanoid tears your sheathed sword from you and casts it into a niche high up in the cavern wall. Now, it says, we will fight. You will have to fight it using unarmed combat. Write down the number 311 on a sheet of paper. This is where you should return to if you defeat the monster in the ensuing combat. Okay, so 311 if when 298 start. In case I die. Take a flying kick at his chest, punch it in the shoulder, jump in close and elbow it in the ribs. Punch it in the shoulder. Who is ever doing that as a like a attack they're trying to do? You know what I mean? That's like something you do with like a friend with your kids. You like punch them in the shoulder, right? Also, it's a Cyclops. Isn't it like 12 feet tall or something? Jumping close and elbow it in the ribs. I would try to hit in the eye. Like throw a rock in its eye or something, right? Take a flying kick at his chest is so funny, dude. The visual of that is so good, dude. Oh Lord. What the hell do I want to do? I'm either taking a flying kick at his chest or jumping in close and elbowing in the ribs. But if I try to elbow it in the ribs, I feel like I'm getting too close to it, right? Because your elbow doesn't have much reach. And it's big, so if I try to elbow in the ribs, it can just wrap its arms around. I'm jump kicking in the fucking chest. Do it. 206. Kick it in the chest. Taking a short run up, you jump in the air and kick out the Cyclops' chest, striking it with a heavy blow. Kick out at the Cyclops' chest, striking it with a heavy blow. Deduct 2 points from the creature's stamina. It utters a short grunt and stumbles back, lashing out with a huge paw as it does so. Grabbing you by the forearm, it lifts you into the air. Will you Backhand it in the elbow. The moves I'm doing are crazy, dude. I gotta go back to the start for a second because I didn't mark down its stamina. Holy. As soon as its stamina reaches 0, also note that its stamina is 16. Okay. Alright. So, we fly kicked it in the chest, so go to 206. I'm still laughing at the moves I'm trying to do. Somebody show these people a UFC match. You've never seen anyone fight in their whole life. Oh my god. These are terrible moves. Backhand it in the elbow. Break your own fucking hand just for no reason. Oh, Jesus. Kick it in the armpit or bite it on the wrist. It's like two toddlers fighting, dude. I'm actually losing it. I'm gonna cry. I don't know what to pick, man. These are all stupid as hell. Pirates. Classic pirate fight. Kicking it in the armpit and biting it on the wrist. Breaking my own hand with his elbow. I guess kicking the armpit? That seems like the best way to get it to let go of me. Like, actually, for, like, legitimately, though, if something was big enough to pick you up in one hand, you could kick it in the armpit, that would actually hurt like hell. It's a dumbass move to read, but it would probably actually, like, make your arm go limp, I would assume. 305. Summoning all your energy, you swing violently and smash the creature in the armpit with your foot. Screaming, it drops you to the ground and then clutches its wound. Deduct 2 points from its stamina. Landing lightly, you run nimbly behind the stricken Cyclops. Will you punch in the kidneys, elbow in the back of the knees, or take a flying kick to the middle of its back? I think it's a fucking kung fu movie, dude. Hell yeah, just kick in the back, take his knees out. Whew, I'm actually about to cry. Laughing so hard. Elbow in the back of the knees. Holy fuck. I mean, honestly, punching in the kidneys is the real move. Apparently, dude, this dude loves elbows. But yeah, the actual real attack to do here would be hit it in the kidneys. Like, that's... Or the liver. Actually, kick it in the liver and it'll just crumble. Okay, let's take this actually logically. Elbowing in the knees would make it fall to its knees, but isn't it already... It drops to the ground and then clutches its wound. It's already on the ground, so I don't need to knock it to the ground. Flying... When it says it drops to the ground, I'm assuming it's on its knees currently, right? Like, it's, fell down, my armpit. Kidneys would be like your lower back, right? So you could... Also, just punch it in the kidneys, like both of them. So I'm imagining the captain taking both of their fists and at the same time just like double punching it in the back. Okay. Yeah, hit it in the kidneys. Fuck it. Let's go. 347. I don't know that his kidneys are going to be in the same place is the only thing. Stepping close, you land a couple of short but powerful jabs above the Cyclops' kidneys. Deduct 2 points from its stamina. Yeah. Enraged and in severe pain, the monster spins about, flailing its enormous fists and striking you in the face. Lose 2 points of stamina. Well, that's not good. I can't be hit again. Uh, you both stagger back in the... Oh, and the Cyclops collapses to the ground. Will you shoulder it in the head, punch it in the jaw, or kick it in the ribs? Shoulder it in the head. It's laying on the ground. How the hell am I gonna I mean, shouldering... Like, if you're in a... Okay. I used to watch UFC. Like, quite a bit. So, if you're in a clinch of some sort, like, elbowing somebody in the head is actually not a bad idea. Like, if you have the... There's... Not to get too in the weeds, but there's a Conor McGregor fight. I think it's with Donald Cerrone, if I remember right. But he does that move, and it's actually, like, almost ends the fight. Anyway. Punch in the jaw, classic. Kick in the ribs. I mean, that's what you would see in, like, a street fight if somebody collapsed in, like, a movie. You kick him in the ribs. If I can kick it in the ribs enough to make it, like, to affect its breathing, maybe it wouldn't have enough stamina to effectively, like, attack back. Fuck it, we're kicking in the ribs. 266. That's not where 266 is. Taking a short run up, you deal a monster a savage kick in the ribs, undoubtedly cracking some, but hurting your own foot. Deduct 2 points from each of your staminas. Rip. Sorry, but... but I just... Holy shit, dude. I just died from kicking this dude so hard my foot shattered and I just died. Oh god. What a way to go, man. What a way to go. Whew. Add another one to the death count. Alright. Let's try this over. What's the... He just like... I just like ran up and soccer kicked him in the ribs and shattered my fucking tibia, dude. 280 or 298 is the start of the fight. What did I do before? Yeah, flying kicked in the chest. Okay, so that's 206. Eventually, we'll know exactly how to fight this thing. So, 206. That's 14. And then we kick in the armpit. 305. What did I do before? I punched it in the kidneys? What if I just flying kick it in the back again? We'll say kick for 1. 2 was kick it again in the armpit. Number 3, we're kicking it again. What if I only know Taekwondo? Maybe I only know Taekwondo, and that's why I'm beating its ass with my feet. What is it, 384 I gotta go to? Springing into the air, you smash the Cyclops in the middle of its back with your foot. The monster buckles under your blow and falls to the ground, landing on you. How the hell does that work? Alright. Let me just make a little diagram here. Hopefully you can see this. I'm gonna erase some of this crap. So you... Yeah, I don't care about the cats anymore. I don't care about any of this crap. These diagrams don't matter. Alright. So, this is side view. So, like, this is the Cyclops torso, right? Here's its legs, right? It's crouched on the ground. So, it's sitting here. And there's its head, right? And then here's me. I've got little legs, okay? I don't know, I have 3 of them, oh my god. Alright. How the fuck do I jump up, kick it in the back, it goes down like this. Why am I over here? How the fuck did it land on me? What? Also, that just looks like that dude pissed. I was just taking a piss. That's all it looked like. But okay, I guess we can deal with that. You go down to 12, and I go down to 1. Punch it in the jaw. Jump up and down on its back. It landed on me. What are you talking about? Kick it in the groin. I'm not punching in the jaw. It's gonna bite my hand off. Kicking in the groin is a good shout. But jumping up and down on its back is hilarious. So... I think we're gonna jump up and down on its back. 361. Hell yeah. Let's do it. You run up to the monster rather hard. You run onto the monster's rather hard back and proceed to pound up and down, producing distressed grunts from it. Deduct 2 points from its stamina. The Cyclops brushes you off, raising its feet, and then launches into a crouched attack, running to catch you in its arms. Will you take a flying kick at its head, take a flying kick at its leg, step sideways, and deal it an elbow smash to its arm? Okay, so it was kick, 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 no, jump. Because the third kick ended up damaging me, too. And presumably there's a way to do each of these attacks that will not hurt me. Take a flying kick at its head. I mean, if it's rushing at me and I just jump into the air and kick it in the eye, that seems pretty good. Right? Stepping sideways and then elbowing in the arm is not going to do anything. It would be sick if I stepped sideways and then elbowed in the head or something. Taking a flying kick at its leg could, like, trip it up and... But this is going to fall on me like it did before. I think I got a kick in the head, man. 290. No, no. Yeah, I already scrolled away. 290. Fine. I was just thinking about it, and the step to the side is the only one that gets me out of the way, really. Running to meet the charging monster, you leap into the air, aiming a kick at its head. It ducks slightly so your boot only grazes its skull. Deduct 1 from its stamina. As you fly past, it grabs you by the ankle and dangles you in the air upside down. What will you do? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say K to the head was the good one this time. Damn, bro. Watch me just get up to the, like, for real, watch me finish this, like, what I assume is a boss fight, because it's got, like, multiple pages to flip through and stuff. The boss fight, rather. Watch me get to the end and not have enough gold and just lose anyway. This is gonna suck. Knee it in the chest. Butt it in the ribs. Give it an uppercut to the groin. I feel like headbutting it in the ribs is gonna give me a concussion. So, I think headbutting it in the ribs might do the most damage, but I think it's also gonna do at least 1 damage to me, which will kill me. So I'm gonna uppercut it in the friggin' groin, punch in the dick, give him the whole dick twist. This is the dumbest video. Alright, punch groin? Everybody knows that's what PG stands for. It's punch groin. Swinging in the monster's grip, you deliver a savage punch to his groin, achieving little and badly bruising your hand. Lose what... I just died by punching a Cyclops in the dick. Alright. I hate that. I hate that a lot. Alright, back to it. Let's see. 198. Or sorry, 298. Read the wrong number, but in my head it was correct. So, kick in the chest, which is 206. That takes it down to 14. Then, kick in the armpit. That's 305. Classic. Why is she dressed in like a cocktail dress? Anyway. Holy shit, who is that? Dude, he's ripped as hell. Oh my god. Okay. Taking a flying kick in the middle of its back didn't work. Punching in the kidneys didn't work. We're going, I guess we're elbowing in the back of the knees? Honorable death. I don't know, dude. I don't know if I consider that an honorable death. 46. We're gonna punch in the knees. Oh, sorry. What was that, 205? I didn't write that down. Oh. Wait, this isn't the right one. Is it? Taking a short run up, you jump into the air and kick out of the cycle. Oh, no, it is. Okay. Sorry, I just mind flooded myself somehow. Okay, so 198, I know that. And that's flying kick in the chest to 206. Right, 206 was the second one, then we needed to go to the other one, sorry. Which was a kick at his armpit, which was 305. That's why I got flooded, because it's 305, not 205. Alright. Elbow in the back of the knees. So we'll write an E here for elbow in the knees, I guess. 46. Flailing your arms, you smash the monster in the back of the knees. It staggers forward, losing balance, collapsing to the ground onto some sharp rocks. Deduct 2 points from its stamina. Will you? Alright. Sick. Oh, you know what? You know what I just realized as well? Just now, is I'm actually at 3 health instead of 1. 3 health, and then this actually goes down to 10 here rather than 11. So we're doing a lot better this time. Now, do I kick in the ribs, kick in the groin, or punch in the jaw? We're kicking in the ribs, dude. Wait, last time I kicked in the ribs, I hurt my foot, right? Kick it in the groin. Fine. I will punch it in the freaking jaw, okay? We'll PJ it. We'll These numbers, I thought they were lining up, but they're not. So never mind. Punch in the jaw, which is 196. Running up to the creature's head, you punch it with terrific force in the jaw. Deduct 2 points from its stamina. The Cyclops staggers to its feet, holding its head. Recovering slightly, it launches into a crouched attack, running to catch you in his arms. Will you? Alright. So it's down to 8. You know what we're doing next. Because how could I not with it being a Cyclops? Punch it in the eye. It's running full force at me, crouched down. I'm going to punch it in the eyeball. Otherwise, what am I doing? I'm going to kick it in the belly button. Or elbow smash it in the arm. I don't want to do that. Punch in the eye. 150, 156. As the Cyclops grabs you, you let fly a swift punch into its single eye. Deduct 2 points from its stamina. Woo! I like that my skill does not come into any play here whatsoever. If it was skill v skill, well, maybe it would still win, because it might actually have... Because it didn't actually give a skill, so I guess it could be like it has a 30 skill or something. Screaming in pain, the monster lifts you up into the air by one of your legs. Hanging upside down, will you headbutt it in the ribs, punch it in the stomach, or kick it in the elbow? We know kicking the armpit was bad for it. Punch it in the stomach, or headbutt it in the ribs. Alright, fine. Headbutt, ribs. It says... I've never heard anyone say headbutt just as butt, but I'm definitely not just hitting it with my butt, you know? So, although that would be hilarious. 372. You swing your body against the monsters, bouncing off rather ineffectually. Ineffectually, sorry. The Cyclops, not even irritated at this rather pathetic effort, swings you over its head and throws you to the ground. Lose 2 points of stamina. Wincing, you regain your feet and face your opponent. Alright, fine. That one's getting all kinds of marked out. Take a flying kick at its chest again. We know what happens when I take a flying kick at its chest. We know it just takes 2 damage. So, and then I get to circle back around and keep doing the same shit as before. So, 206. I think we're gonna get this, because, yeah. Okay. 206. Deduct 2 points from the creature's stamina. Yep. That was kick. Kick chest. Kick chest. Backhand in the elbow, kick in the armpit again. Kick in the armpit again. 305. Kick armpit. 305. Alright. Let's go do 2 more damage. That'll take you down to 2. And then, I guess we're elbowing in the back of the knees again. Which take us to 46. Which will deduct 2 points from his stamina. Rip. Okay, I didn't want to mark over all of it in case I needed to come back here, because I only have 1 health left, which I'm not happy about. But, well, what else are you going to do? Instead of go to 311 if I win, so... 311... The Cyclops drops to the ground, unconscious. Victorious, you climb back up the ladder and through the trapdoor to face the wizened old creature who sent you down in the first place. He cackles when you appear and then ushers you through the gap in the wall, indicating the path you must take to reach the summit of Nippur's mountain. Turn to 36. 36. When you reach the summit, you find Abdul the Butcher and a few of his men waiting for you. Ah, he says when you appear. You made it. Now let us see which is the greater rascal. He drags an enormous chest forward. I sacked Kish, he boasts, and even captured a Marad war galley. The treasure is here to prove it. He opens his coffer, inviting you to do the same with yours. To work out whether you have more than Abdul the Butcher, round the amount of gold you have down to the nearest 100. If you have 380, round this figure down to 300. Okay. When you have done this, divide the rounded figure by 2. The result is the number that you should turn to. If the number you should turn to is more than 400, turn to 400. What the fuck? More than 400? What the hell? Brother? I'm about to turn to 100. To get 400, you would have to have over 800 gold. How in the hell are you supposed to get 800 gold and make it to Nippur? What the... What? Okay, anyway, so round down to the nearest 100, which is going to be 200. Divide that by 2. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm going to, like, probably the least I can get. 100. Turn to 50. I'm guessing there's supposed to be a 50 here, because, yeah, 49.50. Come now, says Abdul, looking at your markedly smaller pile of gold. It's hardly even a contest, and you call yourself a pirate. You have been hopelessly trounced. Abdul is, without a doubt, the greater pirate. You have lost the wager. Ah! God damn it. There's nothing I can do about that. How much... Okay, we're done, by the way. I would have to restart the entire thing over to do that. So that's 2 losses and 1 win as far as the 3 books we've played so far. And the first one I lost ended the same way. I got to the end and just didn't have what I need to win. I was supposed to have like 3 keys and I only found 2 of them. Uh, frick. Well, that sucks. I guess we'll look through and see what 400 would have been if I had like just a ridiculous amount of gold. I think he's just gonna like shit himself. There, you say to Abdul, flinging your coffer open to reveal an amount of gold substantially greater than his own. I am the victor. I am the greatest rascal, the best sacker of cities. Abdul, that's Abdul. What's up, dude? He's not as big as I thought he was. Abdul bows his head. Okay, so that's. So what about? That would have been 800. So 700 would be 350. So 350, 350. The piles are very close in size. They look like a professional scammer. The piles are very close in size, making it difficult to judge who has won. You sit down to count each other's gold and find, after over an hour, that Abdul has the edge. He declares triumphantly himself the winner and the pirate of the century. You've lost the wager. Bro, to win this book, you have to have over 800 gold. Because even if you have 799, it gets rounded down to 700. Because it gets rounded down to the nearest 100. The only way you can win this game is if you have over 800 gold. I got nowhere near 800 gold, period. Like, I started with 20. You can see here, I started with 20. Ended up moving over here once I gained some more. I gained 105 gold, which took me up to 140. No, you know what it was? I ended up gaining 40... I ended up gaining like 55 gold or something, and spent 40 of it on crew. So I ended up at 35. Gained 105 gold somewhere, and then gained 150 gold for these captives. Even if I never spent any money on crew, period, that would have been another 80. I would have went up to 330, which would take me down to 300, which would take me to number 150, which is going to be substantial. It's just going to say go to 50 again. Turn to 50, yeah. Hopefully Armies of Death will be better. Oh my god. I don't know that I'm going to start Armies of Death right now, because I don't have a worksheet all set up. Unless it uses crew strength, and maybe I can mess with that. But we can look at it. I haven't actually opened it and looked at it yet, so we can take a look at it. So I'm just changing my my stream and stuff. All right, let me. Armies of Death is a big jump up. So right now we're at number 16. Armies of Death goes up to number 36. Cool. Let's take a look at a few of them on stream, and then I'm probably gonna take a break, and I'll figure out what I'm gonna do from there. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna switch back over here for just a second, because if I go game capture instead and make this full screen. I do that, and I'm just setting up, in a way, I was just setting this screen up to get rid of the map and make it a little easier for you to see the whole thing. I don't actually need this right now either, so I'll close that and get rid of it. Okay. Hopefully you can see stuff a little better now. We'll take a look at... Well, first I want to look through this book because I like looking through and looking at the artwork. This one didn't seem to have as much art, like bespoke artwork. It has a lot of these like header images. But what the hell is that? I think it's crazy. Big crab, big enemy crab. This dude. You ever seen a baby run and seen how like they just basically are keeping themselves from falling over with their big ass head? That's how I feel about this guy. He needs some momentum to keep up right. Funky door, cool. Birdman. Oh, sorry. An Mute. Roughly humanoid body, the twisted bird. Just man on horse with a... What the hell is that? Is that supposed to be like a musket or something? Or is that like... I don't know what that is. Because he's wearing like chainmail, right? So if we're like, if we got muskets, that ain't doing nothing. But it also doesn't look like any sort of... Is it a trumpet? That's what I was thinking too. Like, I think it's got to be an instrument because it doesn't look like a weapon. Even if it was like the hilt of a weapon, like, and the weapon comes down this way, like, what? Why does it look like that? Anyway, why'd they put their trumpeter at the front? Psychopaths. Oh, look, another rock. This rock is not like injured. It's actually has quite a lot of stamina. Oh, this is if you're unlucky. You get like a strong rock, but damn. It's a big ass bird, man. This outfit makes no sense. I'll tell you why. Why do they have armor down here and not covering their legs? You would think, oh, that's actually a historical thing. Like a historical thing. I think, was it like the Greeks? I think. Like Spartans and stuff wore this kind of thing. But that's because they had big ass round shields that covered all of this shit. This dude's got a little pokey sword. This guy's got a mini spear with these little bits that are gonna make it not stab into anything. Yeah, you guys deserve to get your asses kicked. Oh my god, the Keisha soldiers suck. Why do you guys look like that? Like, you know what we should go to war in? A toga. And sandals. With no shields. Here's that witch again. I told you I didn't trust her. What the hell am I looking at? Couple of fish. Suddenly, the ocean around the island bubbles ferociously as enormous limbs, tails, and heads. The island is a living creature. Oh. Well then. Well then. I'm glad I didn't go to whatever island that was. Big boulder. It's like a big cricket? What the hell is that thing? It's a krell. It talks! Ugh. This thing talks. And calls you food. Little barge. Lizardmen, although they look more like, how can I not remember the names? Names of the frog people from D&D. Damn it, I can't remember. This just blank. Yo! Okay, I like this guy. I like this dude and his little pack animal. Look at this guy. Oh, they're so cute. I love them. Ooh. At least this person was wearing actual armor, damn. Anyway. Castle of some sort. Just a huge man. Apparently I'm supposed to play some dice somewhere. A Russian ship, I guess. Classic pirates digging for treasure. There's the Yeti again. Cyclops, whose ass I just beat. After a while, anyway. This dude looked like a... My god, this dude's ripped as hell, but he definitely don't skip leg day. Look at this. He looks like a triangle. Like, his neck just meets into his shoulders and he just spreads out. That's a whole ass tree. Oh my god. That's what I'm saying, dude. He's huge as hell. She's just in a cocktail dress, apparently, and I don't know what this dude's... What's happening back here? Oh, they got masks and shit on? I don't know what's happening in this image, but it's insane. Is that a Hydra? Yeah, that is a Hydra. How's the Hydra only have a strike of 9 and strength of 8? And no regrowing heads mechanic. There's that other... The bark biter is the same strength as a Hydra? Get the fuck out of here. That's not even a drawing. That's nothing. What is this? This is like somebody tried to fax something from the 80s to today. Okay, I hate that thing. I hate how big it is, because that's a whole ass person. Huh. That dude definitely knows what he's about. And then Abdul just... Dude, I fought a Cyclops with my bare hands. Don't let him talk shit. Punch him in the fucking face. It doesn't matter if he got more gold if I just steal his gold, right? That's the pirate way. Alright, that's all the art in that one. Okay, so the next ones we have that I've been thinking about playing are, this one is the direct next one. The scan is not as good, obviously. Well, it's actually scanned instead of being remade, but, this one is called Appointment with Fear. Good God, I might not even be able to play this one if it's gonna be scanned. No, that looks a little better. And you have to think, it's gonna be a lot smaller, too. So, actually, let me... It's gonna look about like that on this stream, so I think it'll be fun. But this one, in Appointment with Fear, you become the Silver Crusader, a superhero with unusual powers dedicated to saving the citizens of Titan City from crime. You will come across robberies, kidnappings, and destruction, crimes committed by a host of supervillains. You must also find out where the fateful meeting between the heads of Fear, the Federation of Euro-American rebels, is due to take place and capture Vladimir Utsoshisky? He hit. Oh, he did hit the freeze the pose. You were not wrong. He's hitting that. You were actually super correct. He is hitting the freeze the pose. He's even got the lean. Good catch. By the way, this is not necessarily the next one we're playing or anything like that. I'm just looking through several of them and showing them to you guys with a little bit more detail than I did for the survey last time. So hopefully this will be a little, you know, give you some ideas of what you might be interested in watching coming up. Anyway, otherwise known as the Titanium Cyborg, Fear's leader. Okay. They really love like a thing that you are, and then also like a medal, huh? They got like a theme going. You do not have only your superpowers to aid you. Through your crime watch, your friends and informant Gary the Grass will alert you to crimes even before they are committed, and you can keep in touch with the police. And as you fight and overcome villains of the underworld, you will discover clues. Some clues will enable you to locate arch criminals and arrest them. Others will give you information on the whereabouts of the secret Fear meeting. You begin the adventure with your choice of 4 superpowers. With super strength, you are powerful and have the ability to fly. That's not what super strength does. Flying is not part of super strength. That would just using your strength to keep you in the air. Just keep just grabbing those air molecules. You know what I mean? Psi powers enable you to read minds and influence objects by brain power alone. ETS, enhanced technological skills, provide you with a variety of devices and gadgets which you will carry around in your accessory belt. Not to be confused with the utility belt, TM. If you choose Energy Blast, you can... I can be Frieza! If you choose Energy Blast, you can summon up a bolt of energy and project it from your fingertips. Depending on the power you choose, the solution of the book, finding the location of the fear, will be different. Once you have solved it with one power, you can try again with another. You may also monitor your success with hero point score, overcome supervillains, you'll be awarded hero points. Because of these new features, the rules of Appointment with Fear differ a little from the Fighting Fantasy game books. Combat is basically the same, but you will find several new sections in the following rules. Okay, so there's new rules, and let's get a quick look at what the character sheet looks like. Okay, yeah, looks about the same as any other. The other rules, I'm guessing, are for the specific powers and things. Yeah, clues, hero points. Okay, so that's that one. Superhero fighting supervillains. So that's number 17. So that's was published directly after the one we just played. As far as numbers, the next one after that, I think I have available right now, is number 29, called Midnight Rogue. I've very quickly scanned through these, so that's why I didn't start on the first page, but... Midnight Rogue. You're the apprentice of the Thieves Guild of Port Blacksand. Tonight is the testing time and the climax of your training. Your mission is to find and steal the priceless gem, the Eye of the Basilisk. And the special skills that you have learned will be tested to the limit. Many terrors lie in wait in the darkness of the evil city's black streets and alleys. Or back streets, sorry. It's Port Blacksand. Will you be able to accomplish your dangerous task? You have until morning to prove yourself. So, and we actually get a little, we get a map of the city in this one. For some reason, this page is scanned in like 8 times. Yep. So this just has the same thing. Battles. Fighting more than one opponent. Luck. Equipment, potions. So this one seems like it might be quite similar to the first one. Although, yeah, because it has the provisions. But this one actually starts getting in more into RPG stuff, like actual tabletop RPG situation, because it has actual skills that you mark and that you can be particularly good at, as well as the normal stuff we're looking at, and then items and things. So this one's more back on the basic situation, but I've heard this one's good, and you're a rogue instead of a fighter, and it's kind of get starting to be influenced by like regular RPGs, regular tabletop RPGs. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. After this one, the next one I have is number 32, called Slaves of the Abyss. The reason I got this one is because a couple of encounters in this one are things that inspired enemies in Elden Ring. I believe there's like a crystal enemy in this one somewhere and things, and I've also heard this one's good, but Calamare lies defenseless. The army is away, facing an invasion to the north, and now a new threat is at hand. Another enemy from the east. Lady Carolina Calamare summons you, a famous adventurer, to her aid. But can you help? Will you manage to preserve the stronghold of good against the invading hordes, or is this task beyond even your heroic abilities? You will need your wits as well as your sword of Fang Thane. Your sword of Fang Thane steel. To prevent the sands of time engulfing the city. This one has some kind of time mechanic in it as well. Time is not on your side, so I think you mark time as you go through. So instead of adding days like we were in our log, there's a different time mechanic essentially, separate from the lines, I guess. Other than that, though, it's pretty similar from what I remember. Except there's an instant death mechanic. If I ever roll double sixes against an enemy, they just die because I'm a skilled adventurer. Which I think is pretty interesting. But yeah, that's that one. I've heard it's very good. And then the next one is number 36. That's the one that we were talking about a second ago, screen. It's called Armies of Death. Zoom out a little bit. Okay. Aglax, the Shadow Demon, is amassing an army of undead warriors to conquer Alanzia. Setting off from Fang with over 200 veteran fighters, you journey east to meet this enemy. But the Shadow Demon is not of this world, and special powers are needed to destroy him. The longer you spend searching for these powers, the stronger he will be. So, that's the... I'm glad they put another page in here, because holy... Yeah, wow. Why always gotta be a shadow demon? Can't ever be a light demon. Ugh. It's actually that would be a fun premise for like a D&D game. Anyway. Is this all the same thing? Many dangers lie ahead, and your success is by no means certain. You decide which routes to follow, which dangers to risk, and which adversaries to fight. And yeah, you can see these are all the numbers up until this point in the 3 years after the first one was published. Or no, the first one was in 82, I think. So 6 years. But we played the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. We played that one first, and then we Starship Traveler. Actually, that sounds fun. Then we skipped down to Freeway Fighter. We just played Seas of Blood. We talked about Appointment with Fear. We talked about where is it? That says Phantoms of Fear. Is that not Appointment? No, that was 17. Sorry. It says Midnight's... Oh, no, that is what it's called. It's called Midnight Rogue. Okay, my bad. I just missed the one I was just talking about. Slaves of the Abyss, and then this one, Armies of Death. Okay. Oh, that's just telling me about my strengths and weaknesses. Single combat. So there's also battles, which is interesting. I'll actually read about that. Unlike other fighting fantasy game books, you are not alone. Uh, you're not alone all the time on this adventure. You command an army of soldiers made up of units of various races. You start your expedition with dwarves, elves, warriors, and knights, and others will join your army during the course of the adventure. Soldiers killed in battle are always lost in blocks of 5, and if more than one race is engaged in a battle, you may choose which one is lost. For example, if you have deployed dwarves and knights against goblins and receive 15 casualties, you may lose 15 dwarves or 15 knights, or 10 dwarves, 5 knights, 5 dwarves, and 10 knights. Remember always to mark the necessary adjustments on your adventure sheet. Soldiers lost in this way, in ways other than battle, are deducted in the same way. So, situation, allied tree. Oh, okay. So if we got situations. Okay, so if we have a superior troop and we roll a 1, we only lose 5 allied troops, I think. This is how many troops are lost? I don't know. From time to time in your adventure, you will fight skirmish battles. To fight a skirmish battle, follow the combat sequence. Make note of the number of troops, not including yourself. Make a note of the number of enemy troops. Compare the size of the two armies and adjust the situation. For example, if you have 10 of your dwarves were fighting 10 hobgoblins, the situation would be even. If 10 dwarves were up against 15 enemy hobgoblins, your situation would be inferior. 15 of your dwarves against 10 hobgoblins would be superior. Roll 1 die on the skirmish table above. Wait. Sorry. Roll 1 die on the skirmish table, skirmish results table above against the appropriate situation column. Deduct the number of troops lost from either the enemy or your own. If the troops remaining alive on both sides, return to step 1. Okay. I see. So we're in a... So, say we're fighting, we're in an even situation, like 10 dwarves versus 10 hobgoblins. I roll a die. I get a 1, which means for an even, we lose 10 allied troops, I believe. So, deduct the number of troops lost from either. Yeah. Same thing. If we had more and we're attacking again, we do the same thing. Roll a 3. I lose 5 more allied troops because we're even on a 3. Whereas if we were superior, they would lose 5 enemy troops, and the only way I can lose is if I roll a 1. Okay, that makes sense. If your own troops are wiped out, you too will have perished in battle. Fighting more than one creature, using luck in battles. Interesting. So yeah, it's like a big battle situation. So you have soldiers we can list here. Interesting. It looks like they're all skirmish battles work this way, and they're not actually related to any of this stuff. That's interesting. Because usually any fights are done here, but this is just like consult the table and whittle down your knights or whatever. Do they not do... Is nothing different about them? Maybe it'll... I don't know. Because why do I have 100 warriors, 50 knights, 50 elves... Or 50 dwarves and 50 elves, and then 20 knights? I guess because... I don't know. I'm just wondering if the knights somehow are stronger, or whatever. But yeah, that's the books I have available. So let me go back through them again. We have Appointment with Fear, which is the superhero one. We have Midnight Rogue, which is the like Thieves Guild steal stuff one. Slaves of the Abyss is where you're an adventurer, and there's like a time mechanic. I'm trying to fight off an army or something. And then this one is Armies of the Dead. This is actually like commanding an army versus another army. So yeah, feel free to let me know, like in chat or on Twitter in the next couple of days or whatever. Let me know if any of those piqued your interest. Uh, I have been going in order, but I don't necessarily mind going out of order. I'm interested in Appointment with Fear for sure because having superpowers actually sounds fun. Having like doing a different kind of genre. Army of Death also sounds really fun, so we might play that one. Again, I don't know if I'm going to start that today. I've only been streaming for like 2.5 hours. I don't know if I want to get into Elden Ring or not. I don't know. I'm gonna take a quick break, grab a snack, grab a drink and stuff, and then I'll think about it while I'm gone. And when I come back, I'll let you guys know what the plan for the rest of the stream is. But yeah, I'll be back in a couple minutes. Leave you some music, or also just feel free to take a break. It's good for you. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, I'm back. So, I decided... Well, first of all, I got baby bills. So, there's that. No, but, I decided... I think I'm gonna play a little bit of Elden Ring. I don't know how long. We're almost at 3 hours already, so maybe we'll play for a couple hours? Let me just get my titles and stuff set up. Alright. Let me just change the one over on YouTube. Today, probably not. Oh, man. Alright. I think everything's set up. Let me just tweet it out real quick. Alright, that's a good one. I was looking for a GIF for the... It's sweet. That one's pretty good. Alright, cool. Boom. We've done it. I'll tell you what I am gonna do though, I guess. While I have a second, so I'm gonna reset my, my little VTuber model. So that, lip sync works. Hello, 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 hello. That's better. Alright, 1,000 things to remember every time I do anything. Get rid of the music. Get rid of the now playing. Hey. We've done it. Oh, I gotta get rid of my drawing pad too. Oh, that's in the way. Get out of here. Get out of here. There we go. Alright. What the hell was I doing last time I was playing this game? Oh my god. I have no clue. Okay, that isn't gonna help at all. I'm in round table hold, so... Oh, yeah. We got Roger's rapier, but I'm not actually gonna use that. I don't actually know why I have that still equipped. But yeah, we defeated the thing down there. That's what we did at the end of this last stream, and we beat Godric pretty early on last stream, so I don't remember where. Oh, that's right. I was faffing about in Liurnia because I wanted to upgrade my That's true. Because I wanted to upgrade my weapon, which I did. We got it up to +3 now, the Bloodhound Fang. So we were going to basically just explore this area. I've already got into Raya Lucaria. I've already got one of the keys. I do actually have to go fight the dragon that's over here sometime later that I stole the key from. I don't know what part I want to explore right now, though. Actually, yeah, dude. Oops, sorry. Just open my soda directly next to the microphone. That's gotta be great for sound. And I'll just keep doing it. Why not? Alright. I wanted to go explore that thing. Hopefully it wasn't that loud. I'm sorry if it was. Don't try to strike me with lightning. That's illegal. Stop it. Quit it. Sir. I was rolling! I was spam rolling and I had stamina left. What the hell? I'm actually, like, annoyed by that because that was unnecessary. I was spam rolling and I should have been fine. Alright. What I get for wearing the freaking scar seal. But whatever. You know how tilting it would be if somebody just ran around in circles like that in front of you? While trying to fight you? Okay, I hit the follow-up button, but I didn't have enough stamina. What I really should be doing is rolling into that attack. I was spam rolling again. I just mistimed it. Okay, that one actually is my fault. That was also my fault. I thought it was far enough away. That just full killed me. This dude's hard. We're just a random, like, walking knight. He's hard. I mean, he's an Erd Tree Protector, I guess. With his lightning and his tabard and all that. He's just like a random goon, but... Still! Pain in the ass. Especially since I don't have to fight him, but now I feel like I need to. I'm just gonna ignore him so I don't get stuck in the same place forever. Why the hell can I... Oh, because there's a mariner over here. Okay, cool, cool, cool. That's actually dope, because I want to start getting those, Death Blight thingy. I don't know where you're reappearing, brother. Just on the ground up there, huh? Oh, my game froze. Oh, we had that whole issue. God damn it, hold on. I love hearing the sound of me dying. Wait, I thought I already died. Alright, well, I have that issue again where it crashed my OBS. It seems to happen once at the beginning of the stream and then not again, so I'll be right back.